Ever find yourself requesting an Uber and pondering the company's fascinating journey?
Um, yeah, it's hard not to, right?
Exactly. Today, we're taking a deep dive into Uber's world, dissecting their successes, and, more importantly, the critical lessons we can glean from their missteps.
Uber's trajectory offers a compelling look at disruption, innovation, and the crucial elements that contribute to the making and breaking of a tech giant.
We'll be dissecting an insightful article from womenentrepreneurs.biz titled Uber, Key Lessons and Mistakes to Avoid from a Mobility Revolution Startup. So buckle up, because whether you're an entrepreneur, a seasoned executive, or simply captivated by the intricacies of the tech world, this deep dive has something for you.
While most of us aren't building billion-dollar tech platforms, the core principles behind Uber's triumphs and stumbles hold surprising relevance for anyone navigating their own path to success.
Before we delve into the intricacies, let's take a quick ride back to Uber's beginnings. They essentially pioneered the platform model, connecting riders and drivers seamlessly through technology, and of course, taking their cut.
Their genius lay in recognizing the far-reaching potential of their technology. They didn't limit themselves to simply connecting riders and drivers. They envisioned a world where this model could revolutionize various aspects of our lives.
And revolutionize they did. Expanding beyond ride-hailing, they ventured into food delivery with Uber Eats, recognizing the increasing desire for convenience in our fast-paced lives. And they didn't stop there, incorporating carpooling services, even bike and scooter rentals into their offerings.
They were remarkably adept at identifying existing needs and leveraging their technology to provide accessible and efficient solutions. This is one of the key ingredients in their recipe for success.
Speaking of recipes, let's unpack what made Uber such a phenomenal success. First and foremost, they truly understood the needs of their market. Taxis at the time were notorious for being expensive, unreliable, and frankly, just inconvenient.
Because this wasn't just a problem limited to a specific city or region, this was a pain point experienced globally, providing Uber with a vast and ready-made market hungry for an alternative.
Exactly. Next on the menu of success,
Yeah.
their user-friendly technology. Uber's app was simple, intuitive, and, dare I say, even enjoyable to use. From ordering a ride to tracking its arrival, the entire process was seamless and efficient, even for those less tech-savvy.
That seamless user experience was pivotal in their success. Remember, they weren't just competing against other taxi services, they were challenging deeply ingrained habits and offering a more convenient, transparent, and technologically advanced alternative.
Absolutely. And let's not forget their incredible speed and ambition. Uber went global at an astonishing pace, adapting to different languages, currencies, and even local regulations, well, at least sometimes. That leads us to another key ingredient in their recipe, their audacity to disrupt. Uber refused to simply follow the traditional rules of the taxi industry, choosing instead to redefine the game entirely.
Their bold approach to challenging the status quo, though not without its controversies, was undoubtedly a key factor in their rapid ascent. They understood that genuine innovation often requires taking calculated risks and pushing boundaries.
While their global expansion was undeniably impressive, it also kind of exposed some vulnerabilities in their otherwise seemingly flawless recipe. Even with the most meticulously crafted recipes, there's always a chance for things to go awry in the kitchen, wouldn't you say?
Indeed, and Uber's journey is a perfect example of this. Despite their meteoric rise, the road was paved with its fair share of bumps. And understanding these stumbles is just as critical, if not more so, than replicating their successes.
Absolutely. Because let's face it, no company's immune to setbacks, even tech giants, with seemingly limitless resources. And our featured article doesn't shy away from highlighting some of Uber's more controversial chapters, one of the most notable being the allegations of a toxic work environment, harassment, bullying, discrimination. It painted a bleak picture of the company's internal culture.
And then this underscores a crucial lesson that many companies, particularly those experiencing rapid growth, often overlook. Culture matters. A toxic culture can fester and ultimately dismantle even the most innovative and successful businesses.
It's like that old adage culture, eat strategy for breakfast.
Right.
You can have a groundbreaking product, cutting-edge technology, but if the people driving your company are unhappy, if they don't feel respected or valued, it will inevitably impact everything.
Precisely. In Uber's case, the fallout from their toxic culture was significant. They faced a wave of high-profile lawsuits, a mass exodus of key executives, and a severe blow to their reputation, all of which had tangible and lasting impacts on their business.
It's a stark reminder that prioritizing a healthy and inclusive work environment isn't just about ethical responsibility, it's also essential for long-term success. Now, moving on to another bump in Uber's road, their constant clashes with regulations. They seem to embrace a move fast and break things mentality, which, as you can imagine, didn't sit well with many city governments around the world.
Their approach to regulation was often criticized as being aggressive and dismissive, prioritizing speed and disruption over collaboration and compliance. This led to numerous legal battles, bans in certain cities, and a considerable amount of negative press.
They were essentially playing a high-stakes game of cat and mouse with regulators. And as we've seen, that approach rarely ends well. It raises another critical point. Navigating the legal and regulatory landscape isn't about finding loopholes or shortcuts. It's about understanding the rules of the game and finding ways to innovate within those boundaries.
Exactly. And this requires a certain level of foresight and adaptability, qualities that, while present in other areas of Uber's journey, seem to be lacking in their dealings with regulatory bodies.
Right. Speaking of adaptability, let's talk about another significant challenge Uber faced, one that remains a topic of ongoing debate: the gig worker model. On the one hand, Uber provided a flexible earning opportunity for millions of drivers worldwide, allowing them to be their own bosses and set their own hours. But on the other hand, it raised concerns about worker rights, benefits, and fair compensation.
This is a complex issue with no easy answers. Uber's reliance on the gig worker model challenged traditional notions of employment, blurring the lines between independent contractors and employees. It sparked heated debates about whether gig workers were being exploited or empowered, highlighting the need for greater clarity and fairness in this evolving landscape of work.
It's a prime example of how innovation often outpaces existing regulations and social structures, creating a ripple effect with far-reaching consequences. But even amidst these complexities, there are valuable lessons to be learned. So let's shift gears now and bring this home for our listeners. Regardless of whether you're running a startup or simply navigating your own career path, what can we take away from Uber's tumultuous yet insightful journey? Uber's story is a powerful reminder that even amidst the allure of disruption and exponential growth, certain fundamental principles remain paramount.
Absolutely. And one of those key principles, perhaps the most critical ingredient in Uber's recipe for success, is their relentless focus on user experience. They understood that technology at its core should serve to simplify and enhance our lives.
They made ordering a ride something that used to involve hailing a cab on a busy street or navigating a clunky taxi line as easy as a few taps on your phone. It's a valuable lesson for anyone, regardless of their industry or profession. How can you leverage technology to streamline processes, remove friction, and create a more seamless experience for your users or customers?
It's about constantly seeking ways to reduce complexity and enhance usability. This might involve automating tasks, simplifying interfaces, or finding innovative ways to leverage data to personalize experiences.
Precisely. Now, another crucial takeaway from Uber's journey, particularly their regulatory battles and their struggles with company culture, is the importance of adaptability. Uber learned the hard way that a rigid, unyielding approach can be detrimental, especially in a rapidly changing landscape.
They initially thrived on disruption, but their reluctance to adapt to feedback, to acknowledge the concerns of regulators and the needs of their own workforce, ultimately created significant roadblocks.
It highlights the importance of remaining agile, of being open to feedback, and of being willing to course correct when necessary. The ability to pivot to adjust your strategy in response to internal or external challenges is essential for navigating the unpredictable waters of the business world.
And this ties into our final takeaway, one that echoes throughout Uber's journey, both in their triumphs and their missteps: the importance of ethical considerations. Whether it's fostering a respectful and inclusive work environment, engaging with regulators in a collaborative and transparent manner, or ensuring the fair treatment of all stakeholders' ethical conduct is not merely a box to be ticked, but a fundamental pillar of sustainable success.
It's about building a business or a career on a foundation of integrity, empathy, and a genuine commitment to creating positive impact. Because ultimately, it's not just about reaching the destination, it's about how you get there.
Well said. And sometimes the journey with all its twists and turns offers the most profound lessons.
Couldn't agree more. So as you continue on your own journey, consider this. What service or industry is ripe for disruption in your world? And how can you apply the lessons we've gleaned from Uber's experience, the importance of user centricity, adaptability, and ethical conduct, to pave a path that is both innovative and responsible.
Because the future belongs to those who not only embrace disruption, but do so with a keen awareness of its complexities and a commitment to navigating them thoughtfully.
That's a fantastic point to wrap up on. Remember, every innovation, every success story, even those with a few bumps along the way, offers valuable insights. It's up to each of us to unpack those lessons and apply them to our own endeavors. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep learning.